Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody doing this morning? What's going on, NASDAQ? Yeah, so good morning to everybody. Yesterday was a pretty good day trading. I'm pretty happy about that. So this morning, as you can see by the headline of the video, we got a few stocks here in the morning. What's going on? Rick, TTD, OSTK. So 3 of the stocks, that's 3. 3 of the stocks on there are going to be earnings plays, and then, oh, excuse me. Yeah, 3 of the plays are going to be earnings plays, and the other 2 are earnings plays from yesterday that we're still going to follow today. All right, so we're going to get into it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let me share the screen. 1 second. All right. I'll talk about Tesla at some point here. I'm not talking about it right now, but I will here in just a little bit. All right. So first one on watch is TTD. This is probably going to be one of my main plays. As you can see, the stock has gapped up from what was I going to say? Gapped up from 94 to 115 here pre-market. So it's up pretty big. Obviously, the market is reacting positively to the earnings. Okay, they're acting bullish on the earnings so far. Right now, it is up pretty big. With it having this earnings play, I do anticipate that we're going to see this push higher. I think we will see a push higher. So we'll check out this daily chart first. So the daily chart shows that we are currently over its 52-week high, which is a good sign. Looking at a 3-year chart, we're definitely over it. So we are into a 52-week high. So the first thing that anybody should be doing is mapping off your pre-market high level, then mapping off kind of like this $110 area, 109. Probably about 108 would be better. 108 and 106.55. All right. So for me personally, I will be watching TTT long. First, I would normally like to see a dip as always, and then look to take it long. It doesn't have to fully dip. Roku and Yelp tried to dip, but they ended up just squeezing right away yesterday. Do I think these TTD is going to react the same? Oh, excuse me. So I don't think TTD is going to react the same as Roku or Yelp by any means. Okay, I do believe that Trade Desk will try to dip first before it goes long, but do understand again that this is up pretty big. So there might be a good slump to the downside before it picks up and even goes long. It may never go long today. This may be the highest it reaches. But we are overall bullish on TTD and we'll be watching this to the long side. Ideally would like to see it dip and then go for a long bias trade. That's the idea. Okay, so there's really not too much to it. There's got a pre-market high resistance at 115. Possible support there at 110, 108, and 106. Okay. All right. Next one on the list is OSTK. So OSTK, another earnings player in which the market is reacting bullishly. For me, this is going to be a long bias trade as well. So first thing that I will do is mark off the pre-market high at $49.20. Map off this support level at 46. Support level at about 45.50. And then obviously the $45 mark level right there. It's actually a few. It's even one right here. There's quite a few like little mini supports throughout here. So OSTK has quite a bit of support below its price action right now. Below the price action, it has a possible support at 46, a possible support at 45.50, possible support level at 45, then another one at 44.50. So it's got a lot of support below the price action, which is a good sign to get it to push higher. So today we'll definitely be watching OSTK to the long side. The first target would be this 49.20. So if it does pop up, the $49.20 price point would be my first target on OSTK. If you look at a daily chart, where are we at? 49. So yeah, if you look at this daily chart, we are at 46. That's 48. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 49. If OSTK does go long today, 49, 49, maybe 50 would be basically the point in which I would probably sell. For one, you can see it held support on 50 here. We broke out of 50 there. We held support 50 here. We held resistance close to 50 there. So this whole $50 price level, 49, is a good area as a profit target if OSTK does go long today. Definitely would not be longing OSTK at 49 because I'd be longing it right at resistance. Yeah, no, would not long there. I'd long down here, sell at 49. All right, so that's OSTK. Next one on the watch list is Roku. Roku and Yelp, we absolutely annihilated yesterday. Basically, yesterday's watch list of 3 stocks all worked perfectly, which is always awesome. So for me personally, Roku, I would like to see Roku continue higher. The only doubt that I have that it won't go higher is the fact that we're right at we popped right to the 52-week high resistance yesterday. So it scares me to try and really start getting long on this or try to get long on Roku, considering we popped very close to the 52-week high. But I do see there is potential that we could go for a 2-day run. The stock popped, it held its highs, it's slightly gapping down this morning. It's not dumping out. It's just basically doing a small consolidation move to the downside, which I personally feel is going to end up spiking up and kind of pushing higher today. Is it going to be as big as yesterday? No. Yesterday was the hype day. Today is the possibility of a continuation, okay? It is extended, and there's a lot of traders that would be looking to short this today. So if a bunch of people try and sell it and short it down this morning and the buyers step up, okay? If a bunch of people try and short Roku today and the buyers step up, we could easily see it squeeze again. Very similar to what we saw yesterday, okay? Yesterday morning, let me get that off. Yesterday morning, right at the open, this first candle had 700,000 shares of selling pressure, and it didn't break down. So there's probably a lot of people that shorted, and as soon as it didn't go, we instantly squeezed them all up, okay? This is something similar we could see on Roku today, where it tries to push lower, it fails, and then we end up squeezing up, okay? So going to be watching Roku potentially long today. I'm not going to be short bias on it. I don't want to be short bias. If there is a short setup, I might take it. But all in all, still a little long bias on Roku. I would not hold it over the weekend. Yelp. Yelp is kind of the same scenario. It had a massive run yesterday. It held its highs all day long. And now I'm going to be watching it for a continuation to the upside today as well. All right. So Yelp for me is a long bias trade, especially if it can start breaking over this trend line from yesterday's high of day. If you look at your daily chart, you'll see that the price action is over the 52-week high, or it made it over the 52-week high yesterday. But you could also see, look at all this resistance at about 48. Look at that. Boom, boom, and then slam. We spiked yesterday right to that resistance. So theoretically, we should start seeing it come down maybe in the coming days, but I think today it at least wants to test for a pushing into a new high. I think today it wants to at least try one more time. So on Yelp, I am a little bit more short biased than Roku, but I'm open-minded to the fact that it's could still be a continuation day where we see Yelp continue running to the upside. Okay. And then next one is Dropbox, DBX. So DBX, they beat on their earnings. They beat on their EPS. Their guidance was good, unless I heard incorrectly, but I was actually on the earnings call for Dropbox yesterday. So I listened to all the things that are in the works for Dropbox, all the things that the head guys at the company intend to do, what their goal is, their outlook, their guidance. They're moving their headquarters to San Francisco. They have like 350 million in cash flow. There's a bunch of things that were all positive, and still the stock dumped. So I personally think this is a strategic move by bigger time investors, hedge funds, market makers, et cetera, to get the price action to drop to a more reasonable buying point. Okay, because when it was at 37 and 35, the price was just way too high for big money to come in. They didn't like it. If you look at the daily chart, there's no way big time investors are going to start buying in a ton of shares when the price action's that high. They wouldn't do it. So I think yesterday what happened was there was like a slight manipulation where Dropbox got ran up. Or, well, no, this was probably anticipation of good earnings, which the earnings were pretty good. But I think this is more of a market strategic move to basically sabotage the price action of a stock to put it into a more favorable buying point for themselves, in anticipation that Dropbox is going to slowly grind up over the course of months into Q3. Okay. Yeah, the COO left. They're appointing a new guy. At the end of the day, that is not going to be the reason it drops this whole stock. No way. So who knows, right? There's so many different scenarios that you can play in your head as to why a stock does this and why a stock does that. But at the end of the day, like I always say, the one thing you can rely on is the chart and the price action of the stock on the given day. And that's how you know what's going on. You don't have to predict the future. You just have to know what's taking place right now. Okay. So with Dropbox today, personally, I'm really not even short bias on the stock. I want to say I'm going to be short bias on it because it's gapping down, but really I'm not. With listening to the earnings, with being in on the call, it doesn't make sense to really short the stock. There is no reason it should be shorted at this point. Revenue beat, guidance good, EPS good. Sure, the COO left, but that's easily something that can be replaced and done better, right? So that's a quick fix, right? You're burning through your cash flow and having bad revenue. That's not a quick fix, okay? That's not at all. But having a person in the business leave can easily be replaced, and replaced by someone who might even be better, right? So we will see. We'll see how this pans out. I honestly want to say that Dropbox is going to be a long today. So far, we have shown that Dropbox does not want to go below the the $31 price point. Dropbox has tried to break 31 and it's failed multiple times. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to see if people try and short it below 31. And if it fails, I'm going to take it long, anticipating we're going to squeeze. And now it seems kind of outrageous that after Dropbox spikes to 37 and then it slams and comes down like this, that it would in fact go this way, right? That seems unlogical. Doesn't seem correct, which you're right. It wouldn't make sense theoretically, right? It doesn't kind of sit with me, but with the earnings, I don't see this breaking down. I could be wrong, sure. And if I am, whoop-de-doo. Who cares? I don't. So something just doesn't sit with me. I don't think we're going to see Dropbox really break down today. What this kind of reminds me of is PZZA. You guys remember PZZA? Well, if you don't, I'll show you. Here you go. Do like a 10-day, 1 minute. Reminds me of PZZA. Though the chart is way different. Remember PZZA gap down, curled. Everybody tried to short it, right? So this is what happened, right? PZZA gap down, comes back. Everybody tried to short it right here. It failed, and we all squeezed out. And this is what I think we're going to see with Dropbox. I think this was a strategic play, and something tells me that this is going to have a big short squeeze today. I don't know why, but I'm going to be open-minded. So I think it could hold 31 and a bunch of people try and short it, and then it just pops. Or we do, in fact, break 31 and we go down. So I'm still watching it short, but I'd rather see it long just because I want to see if I'm right, personally. So we'll see. And that is another good thing to mention, that the daily chart was definitely a little extended. That is something also to note, that the daily chart is extended, but the price action is now right here, right? So the price action really is not extended at all anymore. The price action is actually not extended. The price action's currently at a perfect buying point, theoretically, because right now it's actually on the 9 moving average and the 50 moving average on a daily chart. So theoretically, it's at moving average support. It's at this $31 price point support, right? If you look at the daily chart, all this right here, that's all $31 going straight across. That's exactly where the price action is at $31. So in reality, technically, it's at a buy point if you follow the rules. So we'll see. But there's also the idea that it could possibly break down, right? And if it does break down from here, could do that. It could break through all this previous support and just slam. So we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I don't have to be right. All I need to do is figure out the direction it is going and trade that one. So price action is king. PB&J, do I trade on feeling? Yes and no. I trade on technical analysis, support levels, understanding of market condition, understanding squeeze zones where people are going to buy, things like that. Always have in mind where I'm going to stop out when I'm trading. Always have in mind where I intend on exiting when I'm trading. Always understand when the price of my trade is getting extended, and I should probably look to sell some. Yeah. Oh. So those are going to be, and then I'll talk about Tesla real fast because I know somebody wanted me to mention something. So yeah, if you look at Tesla, I mean, Tesla just was super overextended, right? We had the earnings, they gapped up, then we had the news break and it squeezed out all the short sellers. And then we pulled back. We bounced off the 9 moving average yesterday at 344. After hours, we spiked up to 365. We're coming down. So currently from yesterday's low to the pre-market low, we are creating what's called a higher low. So it's hard for me to say what's going to happen, but I'm not really long bias on Tesla. I mean, Tesla just went on a big run, right? Like, I'm not really long bias on Tesla. The only thing that keeps me long bias on Tesla is this. You see all this price action from back on its earnings. We're right down towards that support level. So that's what keeps me thinking that Tesla could possibly still be good for a long, right here. Okay. Absolutely. Victor Lou, if you join the live trading group now, it would end 30 days from now. It would actually end. It's a monthly reoccurring subscription. So you can end it whenever you would actually choose. PB&J, unfortunately, bud, I can't help you. You should probably channel into maybe Warrior Trading, maybe Ricky Gutierrez, maybe Mayor Barack. They're probably people that can accommodate your trading style a little bit better, my man. So have a good day. Appreciate your honesty and being in our chat here in our live stream. Other than that, guys, that is all I have for you today. So we are going to end it there. Link to trade ideas scanner doesn't work. Sal and Kate, join. Go in the description of the video. Go to the link to our Discord group and then direct message me. Okay, send me a direct message. That way I can get you the proper link. Okay, so just make sure to go in the bottom of the description to the caption that says our free stock trading group. Follow the link. It'll get you inside our trading group, and then from there, send me a direct message, and then I can send you what you need. All right. And then to anybody else who wants to join our private group, anything like that, it's the first link in the description of the video. Other than that, I will see you guys all on Monday morning for another pre-market watch list. All right, guys. Other than that, everybody take care and have a good day.